Super chat, what can be done from a strategic sense to combat the postmodern movement? For example, something like hashtag Gamergate, which was reasonably effective. I have an answer, but I'm going to let you go first, obviously.
Okay, well, I think that combating it fundamentally is probably a mistake. It goes along. Now, it's not like I've sorted this out completely, because I dabble a bit in the political realm. Like, I'm fighting a war right now in Canada with the Ontario Law Society, which has made it mandatory for its members, on pain of losing their license, essentially, to come out with a statement of principles, a voluntary statement of principles, that's in accordance with progressive doctrine. It's like, no. How about no?
Where are you guys at with that? Because last I spoke to you, you were really, because last I spoke to you just a couple of weeks ago, you were sort of hopeful.
Well, I'm not hopeful. It's just that this thing is many tentacled, and we're like concentrating on one, but there's been lots of press coverage of it, lots of criticism of the Law Society, lots of lawyers rebelling. I've got another video where I talked to a couple of Ontario lawyers that's up on YouTube. I haven't released it yet. Like, we're fighting with it. But I don't think the political realm is the right realm. I think the battle we're fighting is actually philosophical and even theological. I really believe that. And I think the right thing for people to do, I truly believe this, is to get their damn acts together. I don't think we're going to get out of this by fighting between left and right about who's right, or even by delimiting the left. I think we're going to have to go around them even. And maybe that'll happen. That's partly why I'm interested in starting this online university, which, now that I have some more energy and I'm feeling better, I've got a whole bunch of ideas about again. I think you go, look, there's this line in the New Testament that says, resist not evil, right? It's like, okay, what the hell does that mean? That's a complicated one. But I think what it means is that you amplify your enemy by fighting against them, because you admit that they're worth fighting against.
Yeah, you give them legitimacy.
Yes, you do. You do. And then it also distracts you from doing other things that you could be doing that would be better. And like, I look at the university and I think, well, can it be fixed? Well, it's doing a lot of things wrong. Well, maybe it shouldn't be fixed. Maybe something else that is better should be put in its place. Now, that's not a simple thing, and maybe it's not even possible. But I think your efforts are better spent fixing what you have already at hand. I really believe that. I think that's the right pathway.
Yeah, I love that answer, because when I was in the progressive world, which I was part of for a long time, one of the things that exhausted me and really led to my awakening was that it was always about complaining about someone else. Not what are we doing, not how do we make ourselves better? Yeah. How do we figure out what's right? It was always, Fox News is doing this, the Republicans are doing, and it was like, well, all right, I get that. You can do that a little bit, but you can't, that in and of itself.
No, it also drives you crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
it's joyless.
I mean, I've found myself falling into that repeatedly.
Because, well, they always lay trapdoors for us,
well,
right?
I don't like it. Like, it's the wrong entanglement, you know, and it can make you bitter. That's another thing. And fearful, that's bad. And mistrustful, that's not good. So I think it's better, it's like, repair what you can now. And you know, I had to get political, let's say, a year ago, because I felt that the government was doing something that interfered with something that I regarded as sacred, let's say, like, which is the right for me to formulate my own damn language without threat of penalty. But I'm not happy about that necessity, nor about being involved in this law thing. So there's times when the political structure is so damn unstable and things are twisting around that it intervenes in a way that you can't ignore. And then I don't think you can ignore it. But that doesn't take away from my fundamental belief that enough pointing your finger at what other people are doing wrong in the world. It's like, fix something instead.
It goes to that alternate title I offered you, Get Your Shit Together.
Yeah.
12 ways to get your shit together. There you go.